Hello everyone. So far we have discussed about gradient, divergence and curl. Now in this lecture we'll discuss about the product rules held by the vector derivatives. As we know that for ordinary derivatives the calculation is facilitated by number of rules such as the first one is sum rule. As you know that if there are two scalar functions f and g, okay, then their ordinary derivative, that is d by dx, of the sum of two functions f and g is given by df by dx and dg by dx. This is the sum rule for ordinary derivatives. Sum rule for ordinary derivatives. What does it mean? That if you want to differentiate the sum of two functions, then it will be equal to the derivative sum of the derivatives of these two functions. And also there is a rule for multiplying by a constant. Suppose if there is some constant k, and if you multiply this constant k with function f, that is uh, if you get kf type of function, means you have multiplied k with f, then there exists also a rule for this multiplication, that is dy dx of the product of this constant with the function f, means derivative of k of can be written as k df by dx. So this is rule for multiplying a constant. Okay, and you also know that there is this is some rule, this is rule for multiplying a constant, and there is also a product rule. There also a product rule. What is product rule? If there are two functions f and g, and if you get some product of these two functions, that is fg, then the product rule can be written as d by dx product of fg, and this is equal to f dg by dx, okay, plus g df by dx. Okay, that means first function multiplied by the derivative of second function plus second function multiplied by the derivative of the first function. So this is the product rule for ordinary derivatives. You know this very well, na? Similarly, there is quotient rule for ordinary derivatives. What is quotient rule? Quotient rule tells you that if there are two functions, if you f divided by g type of functions, okay, then it can be written as d by dx of f by g can be written as g df by dx minus, okay, f dg by dx divided by g square. Okay, so these rules are valid for ordinary derivatives. So similar relation also holds for the vector derivatives. Okay, so as we know that uh, uh, rules for vector derivatives, okay, for vector derivatives, okay, so these are the rules for ordinary derivative. Now we are going to talk about the rules for vector derivative. Okay, so you know that vector derivatives are three types. One is gradient of scalars, okay, that is gradient, uh, that is gradient of f, okay, and there also you may just write it, gradient, okay, and other is your divergence, okay, and the other is another one is curl, okay. So in vector, three types of derivatives is gradient, divergence, and curl, and you know that gradient is for scalar function and divergence and curl are for vector function. So suppose that, let's first talk about gradient, rules for gradient, okay, rules for gradient. You know that gradient is for, you know that gradient, you can take the gradient of scalar function. So you first make the scalars. So how will you make the scalars? You can take suppose f and g are two scalar functions, then their product f g will be a scalar function, okay, no problem. Similarly, if a vector and v vector are two vectors, okay, then their dot product, okay, a vector dot b vector will also be a scalar function, okay. And if uh, so these, in these two ways we can make the scalar functions, or you can also make the scalar function by multiplying a constant, okay. Suppose f is some function and k is some constant, so their product k f will be also a scalar function. So first we'll discuss about the sum rule for gradient. You know that if f and g are two functions, then their sum can be given as f plus g, okay. Sum of f and g is equal to f plus g. So if you want to take the gradient of sum of two scalar functions, so gradient of sum of two scalar functions, so 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 what will be the rule? You have to check. You know that x cap, you can write it x cap del by del x, y cap, we, what I am doing, I am trying to find out the sum rules for vector derivatives, as we have already discussed the sum rule for ordinary derivatives. Sum rule of ordinary derivatives is very clear, okay. So let's discuss it for vector derivatives. So what I am doing, I am writing del, okay, in their component form, that is del by del y plus z cap del by del z, okay. And you have to operate it on f plus b. So this will be operated first on this function, then it will operate on this function. So we can write as x cap del by del x. Yeah, simply you can write that on each one, f plus g, okay, y cap del by del y, f plus g, and z cap del by del z, f plus b, okay. You can write like this, there is no problem. And you know that from the sum rules of ordinary derivatives, if this derivatives it will be like this, okay. So you can write this term as x cap, no, you can write this as del f by del x plus del g by del x, no problem, because how I have written from the rules of ordinary derivatives, because this is operated on, this will behave just like a ordinary derivative, as x cap is outside this differentiation, okay. Similarly you can write here y cap del f by del y plus del g by del y. Similarly z cap del f by del z plus del g by del z, okay. So you can take the derivatives, that is similar product, you can take this term and this term together, okay. Let me do it. So you will get x cap del by del x plus y cap del by del y plus z cap del by del z multiplied by f. Okay, plus if you take these three terms together, then you will get s cap del by del x plus y cap del by del y plus z cap del by del z, and these all are g is the common na, you can write like this. So this term is, you know that this is gradient of, this is gradient, and del operator. Okay, del operator are operate acts on f, similarly del acts on g, so you can write it del dot del g. Okay, so this is the product rule for gradient. So del f plus g can be written as gradient of f plus gradient of g. So this is the sum rule for gradient. Similar rule also exists for divergence and curl. So sum rule for, let's discuss first sum rule. Sum rule for divergence. Okay, you can show in the same way that if a and b, suppose a vector and b are the two vectors, then divergence of the sum of a vector plus b vector can be written as, okay, this is also a vector quantity, so let me put the arrows above the del. So del vector dot a vector, and this will be equal to del vector dot v vector. So this is the product rule for divergence. Similarly, there exists the product rule for curl also, that is a vector plus v vector. Curl for a vector plus v vector can be written as curl of a vector, okay, plus curl of b vector. Okay, so this is for divergence, some rule for divergence, and this is for some rule for curl. So see here, second rule that ordinary derivative follows is the rule for multiplying a constant. Okay, so similar rule also exists for vector derivatives. So the rules for vector derivatives, that is, second I am talking one by one. So first what sum rule, second is your rule for multiplying a, okay, so rule for multiplying a constant can be let's k is some is a constant, and if you multiply to a scalar function it will give kf. Similarly you can multiply it to a vector function. Okay, and so is gradient of kf can be written as gradient of kf will can be written as k gradient of f. You can do by yourself as in the way I have done in the previous sum rule. Okay, so you can write like this. Similarly you can write uh, del dot k, if a is the vector na, so you can write it as k vector divergence of a vector. Okay, similarly for curl k a vector, if take the curl of this, so you can write it like, sorry, this is curl. So you see here that these rules are very, some rules are, and second one is the product rule, means product multiplication by a constant rule is very simple, and it is very similar to the ordinary derivatives, but the product rule will be very different. No, that is not so simple. So let's discuss the product rules for vector derivatives. Okay, as we have were talking that product rules for ordinary derivatives was d dx f g is equal to f dg by dx plus g df by dx, but the product rule for vector derivatives was not very simple. So let's first construct the scalar and uh, vector functions. Okay, so scalar functions can be made by the product of two scalar functions. Okay, so product of uh, two scalars. Okay, so I want to show you basically how many types of products can exist. So if you multiply two scalar functions, it will give you a scalar function. Okay, how can we make it? It's just multiply two scalar function, it will give a scalar function. And if you take two vectors, a vector dot b vector, it will the product of two dot product of, okay, dot product of two vectors of two vectors vector functions. Okay, dot product of two vector functions will also give you a scalar function. Okay, now again, you know that gradient that is gradient gradient applies only on scalar functions. So there are two product rules for gradients. Okay, because you can make the scalar by two ways, if by multiplying two scalar functions and by taking the dot product of two vector functions. Similarly, you can, as you know that curl and divergence acts on the vector functions, so you can construct the vectors in two ways, by uh, multiplying some const scalar functions. Okay, f is scalar function, f is scalar function. Okay, and a is some vector function, this is vector function. So if you take the product of scalar and scalar with a vector function, it will give you a vector. Okay, if you are multiplying a scalar with a vector, it will give you a vector. Similarly, you can take the cross product of two vectors, a vector cross b vector will also give you a vector function. Okay, so this is a is your vector function and b is also a vector function. So the product of gives product of two vectors functions gives you a vector functions, and product of one vector and one scalar function gives you a vector function. So, as you know that gradient acts on the scalar, so there are two sum rules for gradient. Okay, so two sum rules, sorry, this is not some, two product. Okay, two product rules for gradient. Okay, there must be two product rule for gradient, because why, as you can make the scalar functions in two ways, by just multiplying two scalars and by taking the dot product of two vector functions. So two product rules for gradient. Similarly, you can make vectors by two ways, so two product rules for divergence. Okay, and there exist two product rules for curl. So accordingly, there are six product rules. Okay, There are 6 product rules: 2 for gradient, 2 for divergence, and 2 for curl. Okay, so let me write the product rules. I am directly writing from the book the product rules for gradient. So for gradient, okay, there are 2 product rules for gradient, that is product of 2 scalar functions. Gradient of the product of 2 scalar functions will give you f gradient of g plus g gradient of f. Okay, this is your first rule, product rule for gradient. Similarly, you can take the gradient of the dot product of two is vector functions. Okay, so product rule for the dot product gradient of the dot product of 2 vector functions will be somehow more complicated. If I am directly, you can prove it. Okay. So these are the product rules for gradient. Okay. Why I am writing this, because we will often use these product rules for the analysis of electromagnetic theory. So this is your second for gradient. Similarly, you can write for divergence. So you know that you can make 2 product rules for divergence. Okay, so you can make a vector by 2 ways na. So take divergence of f a vector. Okay, so this will give you f del vector dot a vector plus a vector dot gradient of f. Okay, so this is your third rule, that is divergence of the scalar function, vector function. So the your fourth product rule for this type of vector can be written as divergence of a cross b vector. Okay, this will be equal to b vector dot curl of a vector. Okay, plus, sorry, this is minus a vector dot del vector cross b vector. This is your fourth rule. Similarly, you can write 2 for curl. So rules for curl can be written as gradient curl of f a, okay, is equal to f curl of a minus a curl of gradient of f. Okay, so this is your fifth rule. Fourth, fifth. Now the curl for the product of 2 vector function can be written as, so you see here, so this is your sixth rule. So you see that there are 2 product rules for gradient, 2 product rules for divergence, and 2 product rules for curl. You can prove these relations with the help of the product rules of ordinary derivatives. Okay, so I am not doing here because you shall also do all these things in mathematics. and you have to just remember so these relations whenever you will use in the electromagnetic theory. So like the quotient rules of ordinary derivatives, it is also easy to formulate the quotient rules for vector derivatives. So these are the, so you can see these are the quotient rules for vector